Kevin from Dash35.com. Tonight we're going to take a look at the Mini Educator by Educator Technologies and the Dogtra 280C remote dog training collars. Now, the reason I'm doing this is based on price and features. We'll get to that, the price later on, but really, basically right now, features. What's the difference between the two? How cool are they? How they work? Well, they're pretty much on par with one another, half-mile range. They both have NIC, or momentary stimulation. They both have constant stimulation. They both have vibration. Oops. Both have vibration. Dogtra seems to be a little bit more robust than the Mini Educators. Dogtra has 127 levels. Stimulation. Educator Technologies has 100. Does that make the Dogtra more powerful? No way. This is a low to medium temperament remote trainer. My personal opinion, I consider the Mini a low to, let's say, high, temperament. The reason I'm saying that is because the 280 is very low. So when I test this on my wrist, I start feeling it at about 28. On the Mini Educator, about 14. This Dogtra is not recommended for high drive dogs like German Shepherds, whereas the Mini will handle it just fine. Okay, so with that being said, let's go into what's different. Okay, we know what they have in common, and actually they have roughly the same size receiver collars. So we know what they have in common. What does the Mini Educator have that the Dogtra doesn't? It's got a boost feature. So that means if you train at level 10 and dog goes in, I call squirrel mode, then you hit the boost button, and I have this set up at 5 points over, so it goes from 10 to 15 instantly. I can set this 25 points higher, so I can set the boost at 35 if I wanted to. Dogtra, they don't have that. So if you want to go into, your dog goes into squirrel mode, you got to use two hands, you got to grab it, press, and then move the stimulation up. Okay? And not only that, the stimulation's locked on this, on the Mini Educator. It is not locked on the Dogtra. So you could accidentally move the rheostat dial and change it without knowing it. I think it would probably be hard to do the way it's set up, but it's possible. Okay? What else does the Mini Educator have? So it has the boost feature. Dogtra doesn't. It has the locked stimulation. Dogtra doesn't. Not only does it have vibration, vibration's a little bit different. It's called a tapping sensation. You press on the vibration, and it taps it. Bam, bam, bam. Dogtra holds it. Okay? So that's different. It also has tone. Dogtra doesn't have tone. It also has tone, Pavlov mode, which is tone, 10 seconds, and then you can set the correction level, whatever you want it to be. Then after 10 seconds, it stems. Dogtra doesn't have that. What else does it have that Dogtra doesn't have? Let's look here. Lights. You have a lighted collar. Fantastic for tracking your dog at night. Night walking, on bikes, or if they just have to go out and do their business. You can watch them without walking out with them and following them everywhere, losing them in the dark and things. Night tracking light, awesome. Controlled. It does have a half-mile range on the light. What else does it have? Okay. You're going to love this. It has a $35 lower price point. $179.99 for the Mini Educator, $214.99 for the Dogtra 280C. The round transmitter versus the bar transmitter. If you love the bar transmitter and you have to have a bar transmitter, I also have a video on the Easy Educator, okay? That is a bar transmitter. and I have a comparison on those. And the Easy Educator is also $14 cheaper than the Dogtra. And these prices are before discounts. For 10% off Mini Educator, 5% off Dogtra every day. So those are the main differences. Not to mention, the Dogtra is a 1-dog. You have to purchase a 2-dog system if you want a 2-dog. Mini Educator, you can expand it to 2 dogs at any time, not a problem. So you can add a dog. Plus, if you need to add additional receivers, we call it a plus system. You can have 2 receivers on this, 2 if you wanted to. Dogtra doesn't have that. So it's difficult out there to choose what remote trainer you want, different price points and things like that. These are entry-level pro trainers, meaning they're both waterproof, shockproof, dustproof. This, the remote on the Mini Educator will float too. Okay, lots of things and lots of things I'll cover. You don't want to buy a cheap import for $49 and shock the heck out of your dog, or not have a consistent stem. You want to get the right level. You want to set for your dog the lowest level possible as a working level. And if you need a boost level, that needs to be offered too. I have great respect for both companies. Whole lot of respect. They make fantastic remote trainers. So I'm not dissing anybody. I'm hoping this kind of review will actually inspire companies to innovate and get on board with all the technology that's out there right now. They both have 2-hour charge times, okay, and which is nice. And let's look at the receivers real quick here. The receivers are essentially the same size when you're looking at them. The e-collar technologies might be, if that, 1/8 of an inch longer because of the collar straps, but that's it, okay? Dogtra says 15 pounds on this dog. Guess what? E-collar Technologies says 5 pounds. I've used it on 8-pound dogs. I wouldn't, worry about, if you have a dog at 8-10 pounds, and you want the 280C, get it. I mean, it'll work just fine. So the 15-pound deal, I don't understand. So when we talk about, let's talk about stem between the two also. If I'm going all over the place, I apologize. There's a lot to know about this and a lot to talk about in a short amount of time. Dogtra has a sharp stimulation. So if you're looking on a graph, it'll just go up and down. E-collar Technologies uses a blunt stimulation, which goes up, across a couple points, and down. It's used in hospitals around the world. It's safe, effective. It only stimulates the muscles, not the nerves. So they have different stimulations too. But the main thing here is price points and features. By far, the Mini Educator, in my opinion, leads by leaps and bounds, especially for $35 difference. I mean, that's a lot of money. So I hope this helped you make your purchasing decision. That's what it's all about. And I hope I'm not disrespecting any of the companies. It's just doing an honest comparison. So thanks for visiting our YouTube channel. And my name's Kevin, and have a wonderful day.